Hi, and welcome to Nomad Outdoors TV. On today's episode, we're sitting here with Seth the Snake from Kids in the Woods. Special Nomad Outdoors episodes for Kids in the Woods. But on today's episode, we're going to be doing what?
Talking about turkey hunting with Cruel Dog and Gray Bear.
Gray Bear. You know why we call him Gray Bear?
Why?
Because he got gray hair. That's why. All right, so on with the show. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you on the next episode. Well,
that went fast.
Super fast.
Oh, that was quick.
The 8th to the 22nd, 14 days.
Just goes like that.
Yeah. I think this is without a doubt. Like, no. This time of the people can say what they want about this time of the season. Them birds.
You know, if we'd hunted the first season and said it was tough, people would have said it was the best. If we had the last day of season, you know, we'd say it was tough. People would go, it's the best day of the whole year round. I'd killed hundreds, thousands of birds on the last day, and you'd have to be like, well, you'd have to be really old to do that. But so it doesn't make a difference what other people. It was, you know what, the mosquitoes were
not bad.
And well, it wasn't bad once the temperatures dropped.
Yeah.
When it was still up, when those days, that first week, they were pretty ravenous, and I was putting bug spray all over, and the ticks were pretty good too. But then once the temperature dropped down into the 50s, it didn't seem like the ticks wanted too much to do with anything, which is always a big concern for us, is ticks and skeeters.
Yeah.
Because I just read that Lyme disease is up 160% in the state of Michigan this year. So, yeah.
Well, I didn't get any latched on, so I think that's a good thing. I think that's when you run into a problem, is when they latch on to you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If they're just crawling around,
it should be good.
not
Yeah,
that big of a
yeah. If they're
deal,
just
but-
crawling on you, you're all right.
The 17th. I thought for some reason, I was going through the videos, and I thought for some reason I shot the bird on the 12th, but it wasn't until the 17th. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I was like 9 days into the season, into our hunt. And where we're at, I think the view of turkeys just solely based on being in a travel area for them. We didn't see a single bird in an open field. Not one. They were
Not any
all...
of the fields we checked the whole time. Rarely had any shock gobbles. The only thing we heard, the times that they were calling and they came in, they were silent as ninjas. The one Tom yesterday, that was, I don't know what that was. If that wasn't a shock gobble, I don't know. I think maybe the Jake set him off, or maybe it was. I don't know.
Maybe it's because he saw the decoys,
That's
so he
what
thought
I'm
a couple of
saying.
hen. Then that Jake came through, and he was like, ah.
Come on, this way. We're going this way, because he right down the road.
That would have been a nice bird. That would have been a nice bird.
But it was, yeah,
You know, it's kind of been
relaxing.
that way, though. Like, if you get a bird, we don't get a bird. If we get a bird,
Every
we don't get
other,
a bird. Yeah.
usually like every year somebody gets a bird, and then I don't know. There's too many years where none of the three of us got a bird, and you have to get your bird patch. I think you got to mail them.
Oh yeah, the
or
turkey.
something.
No, you don't got to. I think you just buy them now. I don't think you have to send. You used to have to send in a feather.
Oh
like a
no, I
breast
think
feather.
you just have to send them $5 or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much they
Yeah.
are. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
remember. But yeah, I know they're still doing it, but now you got to pay for it. I don't know if they're doing deer patches anymore or not, or if you just have to pay for them.
Yeah, you can get one. You got to buy it.
You got to buy that too.
Yeah.
They'll be $50 a piece soon. You know.
Yeah, lots of regulations coming up for the deer season this year that are gonna. We don't know. Do we know if any of them passed, or did they
I
shoot
don't know.
it down?
I know the Senate, which is controlled by the Democrats, they're like, raise the boat fees, raise the deer license fees, raise the fees. But the Republicans are in charge of the House, and the last I heard is they were like, it's dead on arrival. We're not raising the fees for sportsmen. It's not happening. And as sportsman, I appreciate that. I appreciate you not raising the fees. How about you make cuts? Because what is there? What did we just hear? There's 2 DNR officers for 3 counties. There's got to be some serious mismanagement going on of funds. I don't know what's going on, but
Ridiculous.
anyway, going back to the realities of stuff, it was a good time. Pretty relaxing. Not only got up. I think we only got up early one day, right?
Yeah.
So for the most part, we were doing 9:30 to, like, I'd be here at 9:30 and we'd go till 2 or 3 o'clock or something when the toms were moving. So
Yeah.
I got no real complaint about not getting a bird because I'm just not gonna. I'm just not 16 anymore. I'm just not gonna go bang out. You know.
You know, it'd be one thing to get. We talked about this. It'd be one thing to get up early, if you knew where they were roosting, or you knew what fields they were feeding in, and you want to get out there early before they get in the fields. But they were sticking in the woods. I think they come down for the roost, and then they're staying in the woods because it was so hot. So they wanted to stay in the woods because it was hot and they wanted the shade. And then when the weather flipped and it got cold, rain started coming, and then they were like, okay, well, we're going to stick to the 2 tracks. We don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I saw, look about the places that the loop that we make, and where did we actually see birds? Now, mind you, Geels is completely destroyed because they're tearing it up. But the turkey field, not a sign. The Emory we saw 1 hen scoot across when we were there. There were tracks. We didn't see any birds there. Nothing called. The other side of Emory, no calls, no replies, hardly any tracks at all. 2 coyotes, saw a coyote there, and saw a coyote down here, and which has something to do with it.
I think that clear cutting, I think that has something to do with it. The coyote, we could come up with a million different reasons that it didn't work
what I
out.
was getting at is we're not seeing the numbers of birds or hearing the numbers of birds that we used to when we started doing this how many years ago. I don't know how many years it's been since we first came up here to turkey hunt. It's been 10 years?
No.
But there was a lot more. I mean, we've been turkey hunting for 10,
maybe
at least,
8-10 years.
But up here, it's been a good number of years, and we just don't hear or see the birds. We used to at least see them out in the fields.
I think we go back to, because we did that. I think what we did is that, like, we put in for the draw, got our permits, and we came for that. That was when it was split. It was like the middle of April, the end of April, and then all of May.
Those were 1 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a week, and then May, yeah.
And then now it's the last 2 weeks of April, and I think that's the one that we got to put in for.
Yeah.
We'll do that last 2
remember
weeks of
that
April.
future,
Yep.
Keith and Mike, that we want to do April. And even if we have to wear my sorrels and if you got to wear your pack boots and you got to wear your muzzleloader clothes and you got to turkey hunt in the snow, it's still better than getting tick bit or taking a chance of it. Plus, I know that the neighbor across the street was hunting across the street. I know he was chasing those birds too. So it's not like those birds.
I think
fresh
those
out of the
birds are
oven.
super smart.
I think they are too. It's because people see them as they're driving up down the road. They're like, "I'm hunting here, come turkey season," and people have probably been hunting them since opening day of season this year. They've probably been getting hunted for over a month, at least a month now. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come out if we do that. Yeah, we'll probably find out. We get here, the end of April, and it's going to be like opening day of gun season for deer. There's probably so many people back there, but we got a few sneaky spots that we can get to. I think they were all breeded out. We already know that the hens were sitting on nests. So
we saw hens moving between 10 and 2. We saw hens moving around. So, I mean, and when we first got here, you're like, they're on their way to the nests. But then when you're seeing them at noon and 1 o'clock moving through the, cutting here, zip, zip, going it's like, well, where the hell are you going? Unless we just busted them off nests. I don't know. It's fun to not know and figure it out. We'll figure it out. If it was easy.
That was good, though. I mean,
what would be the fun if it was easy? Who has fun going to the grocery store and buying a steak? Nobody. There's nothing to it, But going to finding your own.
I think this is the longest turkey season we hunted. We usually do
total number of days.
Yeah, like 10 days, and this one was 14 days, which I don't have a problem with that. I think the more time, even though sometimes it was uncomfortable, it just being in the woods and you know, seeing the green, seeing everything sprouting up and smelling the fresh air, and you just can't beat that. You know, you don't get that. You really, I suppose there's places downstate that you can get that, but I don't know. It's just,
No, yeah, if you live,
this
you
is
live on a
this
farm,
is-
but
I think there's a couple of days that I felt like we were like pressing it, or like getting obsessed with it a little. Not a lot, but a little bit. But you know, it was nice. We got a couple of golf rounds in, so that was good. You know, we were by like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, we were done.
well, yesterday, I was like, when we came out, it was like 49, and that temperature dropped, and then it got a little bit wet, and then went down. It was like 46, and I'm like, I needed it. You're like, I got my long johns on, and I'm like, I ain't, and that's why when you stepped out and you were like, throw a whiz, and I'm like, I'm going to get the truck. That is it. I'm done. I'm cold. I don't need to sit out here in the.
Yeah.
I don't need to sit out here in the cold for this much meat. If it were a deer, I might consider sticking around some more, but especially at the last day of 2 weeks of hunting. So
Yep.
that's the nice part about being this. There's not a go.
Yeah.
It's like we've learned from lessons. It's like, no, not stressing out.
We've done
over
that
turkey.
before. We've gone from sun up to sundown. And by the time you get here, you're eating dinner at 9:30, 10
yeah.
o'clock.
You go to bed. You're going to be up all night, and then you're what, up at what time? Sun
5:30. 5:30. Yeah. Sunrise is like 6:30, somewhere in there. If we went down the road and we're like, up there they are, they're roosting there, or we're like, okay, we know where they're roosting. It'd be something to get up, you know, be different to get up in the morning or go out there late
because
at
hopefully
night.
we'd have them in the first time or two,
Yeah.
and then we wouldn't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
But if it were like then it would be like, okay, well, we're gonna hunt. If we're gonna do that, then we're gonna have to change everything, and we're not hunting past noon. And dinner's gonna be 3 o'clock, like, and then we're gonna be going to bed at 7 o'clock because we got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, it'd be like catching the early bird special at the senior center, and going, well, the news is off. Time for bed.
I think everybody, and not like we talked to a ton of people, but the people that we did talk to about hunting these birds, is they're all saying the same thing. They're just not interested. They're out there, you know. You got to hunt them like deer hunting. You just got to sit in one spot and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and you know. And there's, you know, I don't know. I can in my head I can. If I would think like a turkey, I'd be like, I guess I'll go over there. Man, I don't like that too much. I'm gonna go over there. That's not a lot of fun over there. Let me go over there. Let me follow these guys around. Or, hey, there's a girl over there. Let me follow her around. I don't think there's any like set pattern. Like
No,
they come
there's
down.
not. The only thing that they know is they're like, is it getting darker? Oh, I guess I better go roost.
Mm-hmm. Better get to bed.
Yeah. Oh, is the sun up? I guess I'll get something to eat. That's about it. Other than that,
Like when you were a kid. Street lights are coming on. Time
Yeah.
to head home.
Yeah, time to head home.
Street lights turned off. Go out and play.
And it's not like we didn't try put plenty of miles on the truck. We put plenty of miles on the boots walking, and walking through the woods, just calling, walk, call, you know, trying to get something. And
we
you
tried every tactic.
Yeah, we tried the go and set up, call, wait an hour, see if anything comes ambling in. So whichever one of you guys got to go and then just call and sit. Oh, should I do that in the front yard? Then will that work? No. So we went to where the turkey areas were that we knew and sat and called, waited, got up, moved to another area, sat and called, waited, nothing, got up, moved to another area, sat, called, and waited. That didn't work. Mm-mm. They're not replying to calls. The only times we ever got close was, other than the other day, was the setups.
Yep.
If you see them,
sit and squawk.
Yeah, if you see them and you can set up, that's great. But well, like I said, if it were,
what else?
If it were easy, it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, go out there and bang your bird in the first day. We got out for a couple of dirt bike rides, so that doubles as a scouting mission, and saw a couple of places that I think there was a chance to get some birds. That one spot that we saw, like almost the same time, we saw them on the side of the 2-track crossing the road. Then the next day, I saw them almost exactly at the same time, same spot. And then when we got over there and sat down, they may have been, they may have went up that hill and went to the west instead of coming to the east. There's no rhyme or reason to how they wander throughout the day. They're just looking for food.
Food's everywhere.
Yeah.
We're not, like I said, we're not hunting food plots, man-made, like DNR made or self-made. We're not hunting private land where we're like, oh, well, my turkeys come in every day and I can see them from my bedroom window roosting. We're on my 80 acres.
I thought about sitting that watering hole, but every time we went over there, mosquitoes were so bad. I'm like, nah, this would be horrible. Well, Jer Bear, he didn't have much luck either. There's some birds that are out by him. Again, it's a couple of weeks off. You've got the whole month of May on the open permit, or you got the draw, which is usually a 2-week hunt. And I think it was, just the way the weather patterns are. I think that their prime breeding time was, before May. Not the middle of May. Maybe in the first week of May, maybe even. But then I was hunting with Jer Bear, and we were out there calling. We called in the first day that we hunted, which was the end of April. Like when I'm talking like around the 28th, 29th, or like May 1st or 4th, somewhere in there. We called in 2 nice toms, but it was so windy. And they didn't want nothing to do with coming in towards the decoys. It was just they knew where they wanted to go, and that's where they were going. They got a little distracted, and I think they didn't make a peep either. They didn't make no sound. They didn't gobble. They fanned a little bit, but they weren't. I just, like you said, remember back in the day?
You just have just a hen?
Just a hen. I mean, back in the day, your turkey call would squeak in your backpack and you'd get a gobble. They were just so receptive to
you rev the truck engine.
Calling. Yeah. Start the truck, beep the horn, slam a door, gobble
say
here.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Yeah, well, that was all it took. Maybe it's cyclical. Maybe that's it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe it's gonna this year was earlier, and then next year maybe early, then the next year not so early, then the next year late. Who knows? Climate change. It's all because of climate change.
It's probably because I drive a truck and I wear a vest and have allergies. I don't know. It's probably all of those.
Emissions. We need electric cars. Electric.
Yeah, I have too many emissions. Too much gas. Probably my fault.
Could you imagine though if you actually had an electric truck, how quiet it would be going through the woods?
A golf cart. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching our show. I will. I don't know. We got some ideas of things that we want to do through the summertime, because I'm probably going to get most of this stuff out in the next couple of months.
In preparation for the fall.
The fall. Yeah.
Never too soon to start thinking about, remembering October, November, and December, and going, where did I say I was going to put my tree stand again? Where did I see those deer? Yeah. I
think deer hunting wise, I was ready to pull up the stakes on that area, but since they clear cut all of that other stuff on the other side of the power line, I think that's going to push them more towards us.
Let's hope.
We can only think, hope, try.
Can hope. They got to go someplace, I guess. You got a 1 in 4 chance it's coming.
Well, maybe you'll be able to spend $20 for a permit so you can put some bait out. Don't get started. Huh?
Yeah, let's not.
All right. Well, time to head back to the flatlands. Thanks for watching Nomad Outdoors TV, Rogue. Thank you. Thank you.
She says, all right. Catch you on the flip side.